The abandoned fortress of Dol Guldur was clearly home to a sinister and great mystery. Though it sat silent in the mist, the wizards feared a powerful enemy lurked within.
Dol Guldur, the hill of sorcery.
It looks completely abandoned.
A spell of concealment lies over this place. Which means our enemy has not regained his full strength.
Wait, Gandalf! What if it's a trap?
It's undoubtedly a trap.
LEGO The Hobbit. This will be my favorite level in this game because I think they did this the absolute best out of any of the levels, and there weren't any glitches in this level, and the camera did stay in the right spot, unlike a later level, which I will complain about in that video. And everything was just, I don't know, it just felt so much better than the other ones. You also get to fight Sauron at the end, and that is a lot of fun. That was a pretty well done boss fight. So at the beginning, you'll need to get past that darkness that is stopping you from passing, and surprisingly, you don't get scared or anything when you walk next to it. You just kind of hit a wall, and I kind of expected once you got close enough, you'd be like, oh no, it's too dark, I'm too afraid. But no, you just can't pass, and that's kind of nice because it's always annoying getting slowed down in this game. So, you will notice that you just need to build that tower and then blast it with magic, which will send a beam of holy light that will dispel the darkness, and that will be a recurring puzzle in this part of the level. So you can see there are 3 of those satellite type things that you need to blast with light to open up that door too. And it's not that hard to find the 3 statue things, whatever the heck they're called, to be able to do that. Also at the top of the screen, it's telling you to free 2 birds, and you can either free those 2 birds right away, or you can try to get rid of, or you can try to activate 2 beams of light first thing, and that's what I do here. So the first one, you just need to jump up here and then activate it with somebody's magic, and it's, for some reason, okay, I lied, it's not a completely perfect level, because sometimes when you're trying to target that statue thing, it targets anything behind it. I have no idea why it does that, but this level is almost perfect. Darn it, I was really hoping this level would have been perfect. Well, Traveler's Tales, you have disappointed me yet again. For the second shrine, you'll want to jump up here after building the ladder, and then blast that door with magic. And then you want to build this statue, and I don't think you have to rotate this one. No, you do not. And just hit it with more magic, and as you can see here, I'm hitting everything but the statue. Hit it again, and hold on, come on. Nope, nope, wasn't even the 3rd time, maybe the 4th. Yes, there we go. And that will open up the 2nd satellite, or I guess it puts the beam of light on the 2nd satellite button thing that's above the door. Now what you're going to need to do is free both of the birds from their darkness, and you need to do that by switching to Radagast, and then finding both of them. One of them is kind of on the right here, and the other one is just lying right there on that hill. And you can see the other one in the background there. And of course, don't forget to destroy most of the objects that you see, so you can hopefully pick up some of the loot that you might need for later levels. Because it's never a good thing to run out of it, and it's always a good thing to have more than enough, just because it's so very annoying when you are one short. Anyway, free the 2nd bird, and then that will fly onto the grip point on the whatever the heck it is. I can't think of a name for that. And they will both lift off the grating, I guess? Grating? Gating? I don't know. And once they do that, you'll be able to build the 3rd statue and get rid of the darkness once and for all. So I'm trying to remember what you're supposed to do here. I just looked at this part of the level and I can't remember it. Well, I'll just go along with what the video says. That's weird. This part completely left my mind. You need to pick up the axe and then destroy that part of the block so you can jump up here with someone, and then you have to do something up here. Why can't I remember this? This is weird. Normally I would stop narrating until I remembered, but I'm just gonna go with it today. So let's see, it's looking like you're gonna need to get that gate to go back up, and you can do that by moving this crank. And I guess you have to move 2 of the cranks because that one crank only moves up half of the gate. Wow, I really do not remember this level. You know, those staircases remind me of the Harry Potter Lego set when there's one with Dumbledore's office and it had that really cool staircase, and that was the first time I ever saw it. So I always think of Harry Potter every time I see those staircases now. Anyway, up here, to move the second crank, of course the handle is missing, and of course it's within 5 feet of the crank itself, so you just need to destroy that box basket thing, and then turn the second crank, and you can actually pass through the door. But now I remember, of course, Azog shows up pretty much out of nowhere, and I was kind of wishing at this point he would just die, because he's becoming that cliche enemy that always shows up and then ends up running away. I mean, I don't know. It was either, like, I know he doesn't die until the final battle in the 3rd movie, but they could have not had him be such a recurring enemy, and that would have made him less annoying. So to fight him, he is as equally annoying as I think his appearances are, and you just need to wait for him to grab onto one of you and then try to whack him with the other wizard. Now for some reason, if there's a lot of orcs around him, it can be a lot more difficult to actually hit him. Probably because you're trying to target the other orcs instead of Azog himself, but once you get rid of the other orcs, you can get rid of Azog pretty easily, and you just have to do that same cycle 3 times, and then the boss fight for the boss fight for Sauron will show up next.
Organim, Korthuni, Dol Guldur,
I think they did this boss fight extremely well, even though it was a little bit confusing at the beginning, and you'll see what I mean here in a second. So Sauron kind of demonstrates his power, and Radagast demonstrates what you're supposed to do at the very beginning, and Sauron will form these fists of darkness that he then sends after you. And you can either jump around to dodge them, or you can stand still and then push B, and that will give you the Flame of Anor. And for some strange reason, for this part of the level, once again, I said this level was almost perfect at the beginning, but I'm remembering the glitches now, but for some strange reason, when that giant hand comes down and then it tells you to push the B button, it wasn't working for me. It took like 3 or 4 tries before Gandalf actually used his Flame of Anor shield ability. So I don't know what the heck that was about, but pretty much goes in a cycle where Sauron will try to get you twice, and then he does the Giant's attack, and you need to use the flame to stop that, and then you need to rapidly tap X. And of course Radagast will every now and then show, hey idiot, this is what you're supposed to do. And actually watching this video now, it looks like it wasn't working because I was attacking at the same time I was getting attacked. And it's just really annoying why Gandalf, like how Gandalf takes so long to cast his magic and then pull the staff back so he can actually move. So finally I do get it, and then you just need to rapidly tap the X button or whichever button shows up on your screen, and then that will take out one hand from Sauron. And as you'll notice, you can build the object here, which you will be able to do if you can ever find enough peace, because there's so much crap going on, and I don't even know how the Xbox would have handled this, because my Xbox was lagging on the slightest amount of bricks on the screen. I mean, I'm playing this on the PC now with an Xbox controller, and it was doing just fine, but when I was playing it on the Xbox before it corrupted my save file, it was having a tough time at certain parts of the game. The Xbox sure is getting updated. Although, I mean, I don't have an Xbox One, but anybody who knows anything knows that that's not even that powerful. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that debate. For now, you just need to build that statue once you can find enough friggin' peace to allow you to do it, and then Sauron will destroy the statue and that part of this cliffside. And then the cycle will pretty much repeat. And I'm not going to narrate over the rest of this because I think it's just a lot of fun to watch, and that will be it for the Necromancer level.